They really don't mention what happens when things don't go as planned when you're homesteading and farming here. It rained pretty heavily all day yesterday, and I had these guys open here so they could go out or stay in, and then locked them up at night as usual, and everything looked okay visually when I put them to bed. But this morning I look in there and I see a dead chick inside, and then when I move the house I find a whole pile of dead chickens. There are at least 4 here. Sorry, this is kind of gory and morbid here. But this is the fun you have when raising chickens. There's at least 3 Delawares and a Buckeye here, and I don't even know what they died from. They're all packed in the back in one corner, so I don't know if some predator tried to dig them out and didn't succeed, or if they just piled back in there and keeled over and died from something. But this is disturbing to say the least. I'm down 4 more meat birds, and this isn't good, especially since I wanted to keep a Buckeye rooster and a couple of hens as breeders. It looks like there's only 5 Buckeyes left here to choose from. I did take one hen and moved her over to the side box on the chicken coop with the other fancier chickens that are going to end up living over there as egg layers and breeders for next year. But this isn't fun, losing 4 birds in one day and not even knowing what killed them. But gonna continue with my morning chores here because it's getting unreasonably hot, and as usual I'm all decked out in black because that's how I roll. So before I melt here, I'm gonna continue along and hope I don't find any more disasters as I go. So the goats were incredibly friggin' naughty yesterday and actually knocked down that entire fence over there. It was just flattened. And they got out and had a field day over there. As we can see, they got around to the front of the goat house. They had a nice nibble on this pear tree here that they're not supposed to get near or touch. A really nice nibble. Really, really nice nibble. Pear tree is not amused. And these thorns here didn't deter them much. And, well, you can see that goats were obviously up in here. Lots of trampled vegetation and stripped plants and trees. It's like they like the goldenrod and the burdock and even a little taste of jewelweed. And unfortunately I planted some persimmons in here a while ago, and it looks like they had at any of those that were still in here too. Pretty sure that's one right over there, in fact. Maybe. You look like a persimmon. Yeah. Really kind of had at everything in here. But yeah. Naughty, naughty goats. So obviously this isn't going to last. They're going to figure out a way to knock right through this again. But I managed to get the entire fence back up. Temporarily at least. And this strand of electric that goes around in here isn't on right now. And I should probably hook it up and put it on. But I didn't want to strain the fence charger with the 200 feet of movable electric fence that is their movable pasture right now, plus the regular fence wire on here. So I have that unhooked, and unfortunately they decide, well, we don't want to go out into our pasture because it rained this morning or something. And they flip out and jump the fence. So I went to order some more of these cattle panel, which at my feed store are called combo panel for some reason. These suckers, and the last time I bought them, they were $34.95 or something, like 35 bucks a piece, which is expensive as hell when you're ordering, you know, 6, 8, whatever at a time. So now, instead of $35, I couldn't believe it. I just about keeled over, dropped the phone, wanted to scream. They are over $50 a piece, close to 60. I think she quoted me $57 each, and then $40 to have them delivered because they're not about to fit in my little pickup truck. I always have to have these things delivered because they're 16 feet long, and I don't even have any type of trailer that they'd fit on or anything like that, so I gotta pay to have them delivered out here, 16 miles from the feed store. And yeah, it's really killing me. It was over $400 to get 6 more of these panels, because we have a new little buckling coming soon, and he can't be in with Yeti Spaghetti, because Yeti will knock him right through a fence wall, being a jerk buck goat. So he's going to go in with the little guy, his son, the new buck goat is, because that'll be a better sized goat to be in with, and they're going to have to go next to Yeti. So I ordered more of these, and also wanted to try making a greenhouse out of them, like over on the Edible Acres channel. I'll throw a link down to that video if I remember. He makes a greenhouse out of cattle panels. Would have been a lot smarter to buy a bunch when that video came out a couple of years ago, because now they are almost doubled in price. It's crazy. Farming is getting very expensive, and this sucks. Hey ladies, how we doing today? Very busy bees? Yes. I need to put some bear boards around here, because I'm just biding my time before a bear figures out this is here and causes a huge problem for me and the bees. So until I can get goats over in this area and get electric fence up around these bees, I really need to dig out some old nails and make some bee boards. Bear boards. Bear boards for the bees. Bee bear boards. Basically, knocking nails through pieces of wood and flipping them up on the other side so that the bear gets a very nasty surprise if it tries to advance on the beehive. Yeah, that little guy in there is going to be getting a new roommate. And he's going to stay in here, and we're going to build something off in here for the little goats. And Miss Piggy will be having her piglets soon. We're expecting Pango here to have little babies by the end of this month. Yeah, you're going to be alone, but not alone. You're going to be next to these 2 kids where you can't actually hurt them or do any damage. So they're your size, and they can beat you up.